Did you know that the $100 you think you have is actually only worth $97.18 after inflation? That's why understanding the real value of money, one of those core financial concepts many don't understand, is so important. Because those that do tend to do better financially despite income levels. So if you're interested in learning what your true purchasing power is and how to apply it to your budget, then stick around. You will love this lesson. And hey, I'm Sasha, finance expert and educator. Welcome back to Building Rich Habits. What is purchasing power anyway? Simply put, it means if we had $100 in 2020, we would need $123.80 today to buy the exact same good. It's tied to inflation, which we know results from supply and demand. When there's more demand for something than there is supply, prices tend to go up. Think of it this way. If you're selling something, let's say an old exercise bike, and you had 5 buyers all wanting to buy, you would give it to the highest bidder. On the other hand, if you were selling something and getting no interest in it, in other words, you have supply but no demand for the thing you're selling, you would likely lower your price to make it more attractive for a buyer to be interested. Inflation works the exact same way, just on a bigger scale. So with every increase in price due to inflation, our dollar shrinks equally. Looking at last year instead of 2020, today's $100 can only buy $97.18 worth of goods now. That's why we talk purchasing power, guys, because it just went down. By the way, this calculation can be found on the Bank of Canada's inflation calculator, found on the web. So how do we take back our purchasing power? I'm going to give you 6 simple ways. First, make sure you're taking advantage of government savings plans, like RRSPs, TFSAs, etc., to make sure you're benefiting from tax savings potential. Secondly, if inflation increases at an average of 2 to 3% per year, working toward a savings plan with an investment strategy to make at least that amount in interest will buy back your purchasing power while still protecting your cash. Number 3, if you have variable rate debt, loans, lines of credit, mortgages, pay attention to the changes in interest rates when inflation rises, as they're likely increasing too. Number 4, stretch every dollar. When inflation starts becoming a burden on your wallet, becoming hyper aware of exactly where your money's going is critical. Shop around for deals, monitor pre-authorized payments going through your bank account that you may have forgotten and may not need to be paying anymore. Take advantage of loyalty programs and cashback offers. Just be careful when using credit cards for the program. Remember, the goal is not to have debt, but to use the card strategically to your advantage. So let's be honest, we can all consume a little better, which brings us to number 5. We can watch our utility bills and use less where we can. Turn lights off, unplug to stop phantom energy costs, use appliances at off-peak periods. These are just simple cost-saving measures that we don't focus on enough. And last but probably the most important, don't make spending decisions when emotional, because one of the biggest threats to our money is not only inflation, it's our emotions. A simple 24-hour rule can protect us from purchases that make us feel good in the moment, but that don't support our bigger goals. So you see, the more you understand purchasing power and the true value of money, the more you understand your options and preserving the life you are working hard to build. Financial freedom is not about earning more alone. It is built by understanding more, and that is exactly what we're doing here, one rich habit at a time. Thanks so much for watching. If you learned one thing, please consider liking this video so we can get more education out there to others who too want to build rich habits.